Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Demetrix Cinema. I am your host, Demetrix. Dimitri. I hope everybody had a good weekend or whatever. Uh, hope everybody also had a good 4th of July. And I think I know I did. I had a great 4th of July. Um, so our topic today is because, of course, I seen Jurassic World on the 4th of July. Jurassic World Rebirth. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Karate Kid Legends. So, um, start with Rebirth. I saw it on the 4th of July. Thought it was a pretty good movie. Um, this one, you know, basically had Scarlett Johansson, uh, Manners, Shala, Ali, and Jonathan Bailey, among others. Yeah. So this one was pretty. I try to explain to people when I saw it, and I got that feeling in the trailer that this one was going to be more of Jurassic Park. So when you get that movie, which we all seen Jurassic Park, the first one. When we first seen it, it was like, wow, that's a dinosaur. That looks real. Wow. Ooh, ah. Everything came to your eyes. It was like the first time you seen something that looked like a real dinosaur. Of all the mess that we seen in the past, this was like from the Brachiosaurus, like that. Like I was like this to the um T Rex. Triceratops was okay, but when you seen the Brachiosaurus and T Rex, by the time you got to the Triceratops, it was like, mm. But Jurassic Park 1 and 2, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, the first one, and then The Lost World. They always give you that ooh, at the beginning. It's like, wow. And by the end of the movie, you're like, oh man, get out of there. Oh God, that T-Rex. Oh man, the Velociraptor. Oh my God. So, you know, when you see it, it's great and amazing at the beginning, and then it's breathtaking at the end. It's like scary. It's like these dinosaurs are chasing you to eat you. So, uh, when I seen it, the last couple of ones before that, the like Jurassic World movies. Jurassic World, the first one, it tried to take you back to Jurassic Park, but it was you kind of already seen 1, 2, and 3 of Jurassic Park. So by the time they got Jurassic World and then tried to bring these dinosaurs back, revised like yeah, back to the eye where you kind of like catching the eye. It wasn't as dynamic as it was and realistic as it was, looking as it was. From the first Jurassic Park to I didn't like 3. I don't think a lot of the people like 3. Jurassic Park 3 it introduced the not Triceratops, the pterodactyl. Because they didn't have the pterodactyls. Well, at the very end of Lost World, they had it, but it was like flying, and the movie went off. So they didn't have them in the first two. You know what I mean? So it was introduction of the pterodactyl, but then it was like, to me, my opinion still wasn't good enough. So after that, it was like, okay, now you're trying to rebirth it. That should have been called Jurassic World Rebirth. I think it was that one more should have been that. So, uh, I didn't like the Jurassic World was okay, in my opinion. Jurassic World I mean Jurassic World 2. I forgot what the title was with that one, and the Jurassic World 3, The Kingdom. Um, I I definitely didn't like that one. So where I think Jurassic World went wrong is my opinion. Bringing these hybrid genetic dinosaurs, want they weren't real dinosaurs in the Jurassic area. They're like cloning them, taking two dinosaurs, making them one. A new breed of dinosaurs, basically fake dinosaurs, not the realistic ones, not the real ones that were real. I think that's where they messed up at, and then they got too far with it. You know what I mean? You took it from stay in the Jurassic area. All the actual dinosaurs that came up in the Jurassic period, put those in there and just keep it. If it wasn't that many, just keep the franchise going along with it. Just make it scarier and scarier, more breathtaking each time. You know what I mean? You could add little dinosaurs, a little amount of dinosaurs each movie, spread it out. It was that I didn't think the graphics of it was as good as Jurassic Park, believe it or not, even though we have CGI now, we have more programs now that are $1 million programs that they use to just the technology is bigger. You don't have to do movie magic. I think back then it was a mixture of movie magic and sort of upcoming computer graphics CGI is coming in with Jurassic Park that was done in uh 1994. I think it was made or 93 actually. Sorry, 93, 1993. But this one is when you see it, it's kind of like it's eye taking again. I don't know how they did it. I know Steven Spielberg had his foot in on this one. I guess he felt like I'm tired of this. Okay, you're messing up the franchise because the last three he wasn't in this. He wasn't in it. Kind of like John Carpenter got with the Halloween movies. It's like the first two he was in it, and then all hell the last seven, whatever. And he's kind of like, oh man, I'm tired of this. All right, that's it. I'm I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to put in that he did the new Halloween kills, Halloween ends. That was all job Carpenter's was in that those. You know, so it's kind of like that. Steven Spielberg, he's seeing this. These directors see this, producers see this. They they get to they had it up to here with it. So he was in this one. He put his foot in this one, and um he got the director. I think Steven Spielberg was the producer. He got the director for this one. He wanted certain dinosaurs, and he wanted the special effects to be eye taken. So I'm assuming they invested a lot more money in the CGI because this one was realistic. Like there's a scene where they're they just get to the island and they're coming across and it's a bunch of like you know grass and up to here and weeds up to here and they can't barely see anything, so they kind of like looking around. It gets quiet and then they see these tails come up. You seen it in the trailer if you hadn't seen the movie. And then here comes the bronchiosaurus, the brachiosaurus to just come out of nowhere, boom, boom. And you look at it, you like, damn, that looks real. Okay, it took you back to Jurassic Park when you first saw the brachiosaurus. Like when it's like when John Hammond's like, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." You know what I mean? Like everybody's looking out of the Jeep, and it's like, wow, kid looking at Disney World. It brought you back to that. The graphics, those dinosaurs look real. I'm looking at it, I'm just like, whoa, they did it again. How did they do this again? So when you go back and look at other movies, Jurassic Park, Kingdom, Dominion, or whatever, compared to this one, it's like that one was more like a Mortal Kombat and dinosaurs. Whereas a lot of fighting each other, people fighting, shooting, and action and all this, and then dinosaurs coexisting with people, and they're fighting, and it was to put they put too much action in 007 and Fast and the Furious fight scenes where it took away from the dinosaurs, and then on top of that, they had the dinosaurs living with everybody. No, you don't do that. Now you're just taking away from the field of the movie. You keep the dinosaurs in a park where they it coexist with each other. You keep them on an island. Don't stop to bring it to the city. The Lost World got away with it. They shouldn't have did that, but it was okay because most of the movie was on the island, and it was pretty good. And that last of it, it was kind of like like they got away with it basically, and they really shouldn't. If the movie was bad, that would have went left quick. So I'm be like basically, I'm saying like you got to keep the dinosaurs away from people, and then in this one is still doing that, whatever. But this one was the way they separated was, we're going to this island where the worst dinosaurs, the ones that they kept from others, most dangerous ones, are on this island where you have the D Rex, which was genetically made. They still did that, but it's okay. What the movie was still good. Like sometimes if the movie's good, you could get away with that kind of stuff. Like I said, T Rex walking through the city, Lost World. You gotta, you can get away with that. my my take on this movie, I would give it a 8 out of 10. Judging off my opinion, I want you guys to let me know what you want to rate it when you see it. Right, let me know and type in what you guys feel this movie's meant. How you feel about this movie. 9 out of 10. What you gonna rate it? It brought scary, breathtaking to it again. They had scenes in there where it was unbelievable. The graphics was just unbelievable. The T Rex, which is my favorite, where he's kind of like walking through the water and then he's swimming underneath. None of the Jurassic Park or World movies have you seen T Rex in water. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was something they brought to the table that was pretty good, and I like it because it's like T Rex ain't just on land; he can get you underwater. So it kind of brought, and it was breathtaking. It was like, whoa, he's going underwater now. Spinosaurus scenes, they were pretty decent. You know what I mean? Uh, more mainly in water, which I like, which didn't take away from the T Rex being on land and then going underwater. Sometimes you can get thrown off by the graphics because you've got too much of this. You know what I mean? Like you see the T Rex and you see a big old Spinosaurus, then you see another. It's like, oh, I'm not scared now because I'm watching too many of them. You know what I mean? They just had the T Rex and the Spinosaurus was underwater, and then the D Rex came at the end. Should they have did that? No, no. You putting a retarded, genetically made retarded dinosaur in a movie. It was a retarded T Rex. No, I don't think they should do that. But the movie in general was really good. It was a really good. It was a Jurassic Park movie. It should have been this one should have been called Jurassic Park Rebirth, not Jurassic World Rebirth. Jurassic Park. You don't jump from park into the world, a new franchise from the original. Then you went to Jurassic World. Now jump back into Jurassic Park, and because it's back on the island, should have been Jurassic Park Rebirth, but that's fine. That's fine. The movie was good. Scarlett Johansson, I love you, girl. You did a good job. You did a really good job. You didn't go too high. You didn't go too low. You did. You couldn't tell that she was new to this Jurassic Park franchise. After watching her in Avengers and all the other movies, and I was questioning about it kind of when I heard she was in it, but I was like, if it's just her, not another big name, okay, she's taking Chris Pratt's uh pretty much his presence, his part, not his character, but his part, like that person. Every Jurassic Park or World movie, they have to have a dominant person that could lead a team and get away from the dinosaurs and know about the dinosaurs. No, that's Scarlett Johansson. Before it was Chris Pratt. Before it was Jeff Goldblum. Uh, can't remember the Dr. Grant's name. The actual actor. When I think of it, I'll come back and tell you. But yeah, Alan Grant, um, Doctor Jeff Goldblum's character, Doctor Malcolm. So then you got Chris Pratt. Then you have Scarlett Johansson leading the franchise. I think they made this one pretty good. But if the next one, because obviously they said, of course they're gonna set it up for another two. Please, just stop with the genetically made dinosaurs, man. You don't have to put that in there. I don't know why you do that. It's like almost like Fast and the Furious started off. It's racing, street racing. That's what your franchise is. That's what made it the culture. And then you throw turning these guys into agents, and you got military working with the military and the tanks and flying little planes and drones and all, going to space. No, man, you took it away from what it was. So Jurassic Park, stay Jurassic Park. But it was a good movie. With that being said, I really liked it. I really liked it. I liked the scenery, the whole like it was. I really liked it. It kept you on your heels with things. Um, and they introduced some other different dinosaurs that could fly, but they weren't pterodactyls. But these were more like these look pretty freakish. So I liked it, and I think Scarlett Johansson is. I think she's gonna do good in these franchises. I'm not exactly sure if she's gonna come back as uh in Avengers, but I think she's in good hands with Jurassic World or whatever. So you guys go see that movie. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and we go from there. So now on to Karate Kid Legends. I just saw that uh last week. Okay, Karate Kid Legends. That include actors uh, Jackie Chan, Ben Wing, and of course Ralph Macchiato. Joshua Jackson is actually in it also, which is shocking. I hadn't seen him in a long time. So Josh is back. I used to work at a club in North Carolina. Did security, and believe it or not, he came in there. and his date was Rosario Dario Darso Rosario Daro. She's she's been in a couple. She was in He Got Game and Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. She's a decent actress. Actress. Like she's Puerto Rican, Spanish, whatever, Cuban, and she came in there through the back door, which was my end. I had to watch. Um, but she knew the owner, or Joshua Jackson knew the owner, so we had to let him in with her, which is and he's a pretty cool guy. I met him, but Joshua Jackson, the Skulls, he was in that. I think that was one of his debut breaks. He was in Cursed werewolf movie. Uh, he's been in a couple of movies around, but he's very quiet actor. You he doesn't have the hype like a lot of people. But I was shocked to see him brought back. So um he's actually a father in this movie. So this is basically a kid who leaves from uh I think it's Hong Kong, Japan, and his mother wants to bring him to New York. Jackie Chan is his teacher over there. He's Jackie Chan's best student, but the mother, they had a situation where their brother had got killed. They, so she wanted a new life for him. You know, pretty similar to a lot of the Karate Kid movies. They all kind of got that feel. Ralph Macchiano's mother wanted to bring him to L.A. from New Jersey. The one with Jaden Smith, she wanted to bring him to China from, I think it was New York. And now this one, he comes from the, I think Hong Kong to New York, and he's the kid is he has a bright future, and he meets a girl at a pizza shop, which is pretty cool. They connect together, and father, Joshua Jackson, who's running the pizza shop, he needs training because he's in it with these bad guys who he owes a lot of money to. So when he realizes that his daughter, the kid his daughter's dating, knows karate, you know, then he's want training him to train him because then they have a situation where the kid just takes out all of the guys that are after him to get money from, and he just beats them up. So he trains him. The problem is where the wrench comes in is there's another kid who's badass who enters he's like the tournament champion. He's like really, really good. Well, he picks on the good kid who's training the girl's father. And that kid doesn't really want to fight like that because his trainer Jackie Chan told him not to fight for that kind of reason. Just fight, you it's more like a meditation, it's more like a thing that helps you. Well, he's getting pushed to its limit. So, in comes the situation where he's training the father, but then the father gets hurt. And now the father wanted to train for money, but then once he gets hurt and go down, now it's up to the kid to try to find the money for him. So he wants to enter the tournament. Now comes his teacher to visit Jackie Chan, who feels like something was wrong, finds out something is wrong, and he goes in to help him train for the tournament so he can make the money. But then he needs help. So in comes he goes to He wants to use not only his form of kung fu, but Mr. Miyagi's his form of kung fu also to help this kid out because he feels like this kid he's up against is so crazy that he's gonna need everything, not just his teaching, but the other teachings for other form. And Miyagi, he knew Mr. Miyagi in 19. Jackie Chan knew Mr. Miyagi in 85, and they had a good relationship. And he told him a lot about Daniel's son, um, Daniel Larusso. So Jackie Chan knew about a lot about him, and he inherited a lot of Miyagi's karate. So he goes to him, flies to L.A., and goes to talk to him. Hey, introduces himself. Mr. Han, I need Master, Sensei Larusso, I need your help. I know I have a kid who is to me what you were to Mr. Miyagi. I am to him what Miyagi was to you. And now I need your training also to help me train this kid for this tournament. And of course, you figure Daniel Lewison, no, I'm not going to do it. It's not, it gives you that whole thing. But we all know how this movie goes. He ended up doing it. He comes later on and flies out to New York. And now you got two teachers, really good teachers that are training this kid who's confused. His light bulb cracked. So now he needs, he needs really guidance. And now it's in a way they kind of not bump heads, but kind of like disagree on certain things. And the kid's in between it. He's like, oh my God, there's two of them. But he learns from both. So they both teach him things where it's like, hey, and then the edge goes to Sensei LaRusso, who's like, hey, you did this whole dragon kick thing, and look, this is going to help you encounter it. It didn't work like this the first time, and this is what you're going to do if you do it again. He's gonna know it's coming, and when he thinks it's coming, you're going to encounter with this. It's about this. That's what I like. And in the end, because all movies come to an end, that's what won him or wins him the tournament. So the movie was great because it's like it stayed in the karate, like a Karate Kid movie. It didn't go outside of what the element of what brought that franchise, Fast and the Furious. It stayed in the franchise. You know what I'm saying? So it was really, I thought it was really good for a Karate Kid movie, and they of course set it up for part two. You always have the last scene at the end. So you could take it like Miyagi's always going to be missed in these movies, man. I'm a big time Karate Kid fan. I'm gonna just go out and say it. Come out and say it. Uh, I just I miss I miss I forgot his name. That played Mr. Miyagi. I It's hard seeing Karate Kid movies without him because he brought so much to that. It's almost like when Bruce Lee had died. I'm probably the biggest Bruce Lee fan that Bruce Lee ever had on the face of this planet. So I, I was a Miyagi fan in the movies. You know what I mean? Like Miyagi meant a lot, and I learned a lot from him. And watching him teach Daniel, it was like you learn lessons after lessons after lessons. When Danielson's like, "Oh, Mr. Miyagi, I don't even want to do it. No, I'm scared. I'm scared. What do you want me to do?" And he's like, "Hey, you stay focused. Danielson, good karate still inside. Now must let out. I, you know, it was, you know, or when he says, Danielson, very good. Tomorrow we do jacket in, jacket out. Tomorrow, very good day, Danielson." It's like Ralph Macchiato is so kind of like you can see it on his face, like, "Man, this guy's just gonna be doing all this stuff." I don't know. Miyagi's just, "Hey, you know, Danielson, you you'll take big break. Miyagi teach you, but you'll take break. We do more. You do here, we do more." Especially when he took him to Okinawa for Karate Kid 2. When it was amazing. It was funny watching, you know, Miyagi show him, you know, the things he showed him. He's like, and at the end, he's like, "Daniel, son, this is for real. No tournament." Like you could die out there. Referees out there. You fighting this guy. You know, it's just fun. I just love Mr. Miyagi. I loved. I can't remember his name, but you know, he didn't have to do any more movies on the face of the planet. Just Karate Kid, and that's all I needed. I think he did. He made that. Ralph Macchiato did too, but Mr. Miyagi did. He made that. He made that. I mean, he really made that. You know, it's like E.T. made E.T. movies. That E.T. movie. And if they made more movies, E.T. made it. He made you fall in love. You can't say, uh, what Elliot made it. No, Drew Barrymore character made it. No, no, ET made it. It's like you can't take ET from that. He is that. Mr. Miyagi is Karate Kid. And for y'all that don't know about ET and didn't watch ET, that's your fault. You didn't come up in my era. That's your fault. You didn't talk to your parents about the movies that they came up on. That's your fault. Because if you talk to your parents, everybody came up on ET. Drew Barrymore, little kid, you know, "I'll be right here." Ding. Watch ET. But yes, see Karate Kid Legends. Write in the comments what you think about it. Subscribe, and I'll be back for more. I actually got one coming up for finding their destination bloodlines, and I get my thoughts on that one coming up soon. That's a late one, but yes, go see that, and I'll probably be having one of Superman coming up and Fantastic Four soon. But go see Jurassic World Rebirth. And if you hadn't seen Karate Kid Legends, you can stream it right now. And that's it, folks. I hope everybody has a good week, good weekend. Hopefully, I'll come to you a little bit quicker, like as in Sunday quicker. So, but stay movies, and love cinema. It's all the same thing. Have a good night and have a great week.